Hey, good morning, everybody. Thanks for clicking on the video. This is David Pendleton, and now we're going to cover the City Park 9-hole cup. This is going to be the final round. Minus 13. Obviously, here I got off to a bad start, so I'm really disappointed, with the way that I played today. Good news is we do pick up a hole-in-one on hole 4. I picked it up on both accounts, so that shot looks really good. Picked up the eagle on hole 5 on both accounts, so that shot looks really nice. But other than that, I've got some shots here left right at the pin. So if you're able to make the minor tweaks and hit perfect, you should really be able to beat this minus 13 that I put up. And it looks like it's going to take a minus 15 to be in contention to win. So I do wish you the best of luck. Hey, thank you everybody for helping me reach 4,000 subscribers during this mini tournament. That's awesome. Please take a moment if you're not a subscriber to become one. And go ahead and hit that like button if you like my content. And now let's go ahead and hop into the replays here. All right, so hole number 1 is going to be played 10% at mid. And we're going to be going full backspin. And just kind of take note of the landing position that I'm looking for here. What I want to be here is I want to be like at the pin, but, not short of the pin. We need to be lined up exactly middle of the pin. And as you can see here, we're offsetting just to the left-hand side of the cup. Come on. What is going on here? All right, here we go. Hate when I do that. All right. Now we pull this one 10% at mid, like I said. That's a tough way to start off the tournament. So, the shot looks really nice. We just left it short of pin. So that's why I'm saying we need to be lined up more middle of pin, even maybe a little bit higher than pin with that backspin setup. I don't want to change anything when it comes to the spin adjustments, because you can see here, dead center, we just come up a little bit short, so we need a little bit more speed. All right, hole number 2. Always a tricky one, but at least this time we are getting tailwind. So we're going to go with almost 1 bar of top. So you see here like 0.9 top, 2 bars of left side spin with the Titan. We're going to be aiming right here. So I've got my yellow ring right up on the rough line, as you can see. Again, this is a 10% pull at max. Notice the curl here. I'm curling until the left-hand side of my ball is touching the outside edge of the left adjustment zone. Perfect ball, no overpower. Remember, don't overpower this hole. And we land on the fairway very nicely. Leaving us here for shot number 2. Shot number 2, we're going to play 10% at max. I know we're not at max distance, but that's how I'm playing it to account for the headwind. Kind of notice here I've got about, 1.8 bars of backspin? Almost 2 back, so very close. But notice where we're aiming. And again, this is going to be a minor tweak one. And you could be really close to dropping yourself a tough eagle. So you can see, this could have been game changers. The first 2 holes were very close to dropping. So instead of a minus 13, we could have possibly looking at a minus 15 there. But, it just kind of is what it is. And we just move on. Hole number 3 is the very frustrating one for me. I picked up a birdie on both of my accounts. So I'm definitely pretty upset about that. But here in this little bit of headwind, what we're doing is we're going to be using 2 bars of side spin to the right with the Kingmaker and about 1.5 back, as you see. I'm backing my target up to the plus 12 so that I can properly pull my rings. The plus 13. And you'll see here that when I pull, I can get an accurate pull. No overpower. Perfect ball. This drive is pretty self-explanatory. There's really nothing to see here. And we land up on the fairway. All right. Taking a sniper here just because I know I'm going to be laying up and going for the thorn shot. So full top, full left. And you're going to see here that I'm going to be aiming to the right-hand side of that sand trap. I'm going to back my target up here, as you can see, so that I can, of course, properly adjust my rings. But not a whole lot to see. As you can see, we're just moving this thing up and playing right here. And that'll take us into our next shot, which I played this one at 10%. Okay, I played 10% at max. Now you'll have to judge the own distance of where you're at, with your club. You might be at medium, you might be at max, or you might be in between. But again, I pulled this one at 10%. I want you to try it at 0, because you're going to see here that we're pulling our rings to the left of the hole. And that is where we miss. We do miss left. Just barely. Kind of tweaking with the numbers. If I would have pulled this one 0%, that might have been a different story and fall into the cup. But, it's just kind of the way that the first 3 holes went for me. Hopefully they go a lot better for you. That will take us on the hole number 4 here. Like I said, hole number 4, I do pick up a hole-in-one twice. We're going with about half top, half right. And then we'll take a look here at this landing zone once we go ahead and play the shot in full. Speed was nice. That was the same on both shots on both my accounts. But let's go ahead and walk through this one real quick. 10% at mid with the Goliath. You're going to see here I'm putting my yellow ring kind of over on this right-hand side of the fairway where it kind of lumps around. Again, topspin is about half top, half right. And then the aiming point is going to be this dark green square. So you see the dark green square there, how I'm just kind of cutting through the bottom right-hand corner and sort of aiming at pin. That's where we need to be. And then again, 10% at mid. Perfect ball. Again, like I said, it put me in the hole both times. So hopefully that happens for you. Hole number 5, I pick up the eagle on both of my accounts. Although I will tell you that I'm not happy with the way that I played this hole, okay? And you're going to see why here on shot number 2. But here I went with 4 top and 2 right. I'm going to let you decide what you want to do. If I was doing this hole again, I would be going with 4 top, 1 right. And you're going to see why. I do use a baby amount of curl. I mean, just a little bit there. Perfect ball. And what we don't want to happen on this hole is we don't want to go too far here to the right-hand side. We would like the ball to stop, like right here. Like this is where we normally want to be. But my top spin and side spin carries me way over here. And you might be thinking, oh, that's okay. And it is okay. But I don't like having to rely on side spin to drop shots. And here, I can't, I'm not straight up at the hole. Right? Normally on this hole, I would like to go with backspin and then aim center of the cup. But we can't do that. We have to go with backspin. So you see here 3 back, 1 right. And then I aim center of cup. At least I get to use the fringe to bounce on. That's always your best case scenario. This is pulled 0% at mid. Perfect shot. Got me into the hole. Now, because that worked for me, on my other account when I played this hole, I did the exact same adjustments. I did the 4 top, 2 right on the drive. Then I knew to go 3 bars of backspin, 1 bar of right side spin on the shot to pin, and then they both eagled, okay? Now, on this one here, this one we're going to be playing 10% at max with the Berserker. And I'm going to play with an extra mile, and I'm going to play with the big dog combo just because of the headwind. I do think that if you have a high-level sniper, you would be just fine to play shot number 2 with the sniper, but I wasn't 100% sure. And at this point, I knew I wasn't going to win the tournament. So, I just wanted to I didn't waste any practice tokens, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But that's going to leave us here for shot number 2. If you play shot number 2 with a big dog, you're going to see you have plenty of juice to get to the green. And we even have to use quite a bit of backspin to make it, not go too long. But here, not a whole lot. I just did backspin, and then I aimed just a little bit short of the hole, but right at the pin. Nothing to see on the pool. Perfect ball. Just too much backspin. All right. So, that's not really nothing to learn from. We should probably be playing that shot with the sniper. So here, we're going to move on to hole number 7. Hole number 7, we're going to go 5 top, and we're going to go 2 bars of side spin to the left. If you're playing at the lower level extra mile, then of course you're going to go 4.5 top. Again, this is a pretty straightforward drive. We don't go with any overpower. And again, we go with the curl until the left-hand side of the ball covers the left side adjustment target. Now, shot number 2 on hole 7, I do think we got something to learn from here. I do think you can get this to drop. I think this is a makeable shot. So sort of look at my setup here. Notice that I'm aiming just short of the hole, but I've got the ball guideline going to the hole. So just short of the hole, but aiming directly at the center of the cup, I should say. Now let's take a look at how this ball rolls when it hits the green. We just missed that one to the left. I mean by a smidge. So as always, just a couple better rolls for me, and I could have been in contention. But what do we want to do here? We just see here, how this green, it looks like it slopes from right to left. So if I were you, I would move this target over after the spin adjustments. Okay, so after the spin, and here's what I did on spin, 1.9 back. Let's call that 0.7 right. So once you do that, now we should be moving this target over here half a green square to the right, and we should be pretty close to dropping that one in for an eagle. All right. Tough one. You're not going to see a lot of opponents get it, but I do think quite a few of you watching will pick that one up. This one is 10% at mid. This is one that I don't have a lot to show you, other than maybe you can kind of duplicate or kind of think about what I'm doing here and see if you can have a way to fix it. The shot, I mean. So I'm playing with the yellow ring at the top of the fringe there. Playing way over here on the right-hand side of the hole. This is max backspin, 1 bar right side spin. Notice my curl that I'm using here as well. This one comes in pin high. It's going to be tougher to play that one any lower than what I played it without getting too dangerous to that rough line. But, I don't have a lot for you on that par 3. And then we go into the last hole, hole number 9, in which always gives us a good albatross opportunity. But you're going to see here, I'm just using a quarterback and a katana. That's really all the power that we need. And you'll take note of the curl here. This is about half a ball of curl, just a little bit more. Always remember, don't over curl this hole, because you want to make sure that you hit this fairway here and that you miss the rough. You see, if I would have curled any more to the right-hand side, I would have clipped the rough. But here, I bounce down and I roll. That's what we're looking for. Takes us on the shot number 2. Minus 10% at mid. I am extremely disappointed in this shot. 4 back. I'm aiming right at the hole here in pretty decent, almost dead tailwind. Pulled it exactly 2 rings. Perfect ball. And this thing just misses to the right-hand side. So, we might want to add a little bit of left side spin combined with that backspin and then aim center at the cup. Hey, I hope you found this helpful. Some of these shots were close for me. I hope they fall for you. I really do. Let me know how you do in the comments. Take a moment there to hit that thumbs up and become a subscriber. Thanks, everybody.